morning, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite piece of content on the internet, the 2 hours live you get with trading stocks every Monday and Friday mornings, starting 1 hour before market open. You got me until 1 hour after market open. And don't worry, if you're not watching this live, that's okay. You're still going to get the same amount of value out of 2 hours of live chart time with commentary from someone that's been doing this now for over 10 years. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, make sure that little bell icon is pressed next to the subscription button. That way you get notified when I go live in the future so that you can join us and come join the live conversation, come ask me questions live and in real time, and things of that sort. Okay, so I do see that the small cap gauge is in the red this morning, which is unfortunate. Actually, like all week, the small cap gauge we haven't quite hit green. Maybe we did one afternoon. I think there was one afternoon this week. Something went crazy and we were in the green. But most of this week, the small cap gauge has been up here in the yellow. There's still time. It's obviously still only 8:30. So we'll see if something doesn't want to get moving and wake this small cap gauge up, wake this market up a little bit. The stock I have on the chart right now is ticker MYSE. They just announced news. This is a stock that just a couple days ago, rotated to AI. Now all of a sudden they're accepted into AMD's AI developer program. Who knows what that means? I mean, that might just be something that literally anybody can apply to. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what it sounds like. AI developer program. It doesn't sound like that big of a deal to me, but the stock is up and moving on to the strategy. My RSI rate of change strategy is actually done okay on it this morning. Green Goose, good morning. Ginger, hello. Good morning, Bez. Good morning. Hello, Trey. That's my name, my friend. Good morning. How are you? I think this PDT change is going to make me dive in. It'll be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of new traders coming when the PDT rule goes away. If you didn't know, if you haven't heard the big news, the SEC did approve amendments to remove the pattern day trader rule. That means you will now only need $2,000 in your accounts to take unlimited day trades. Don't try to do it yet, though. The earliest that brokers can push the change is 45 days. And it's something like 45 days after FINRA publishes the change or something, which I haven't read that they've done yet. So when FINRA officially publishes the change, then 45 days after that is the earliest brokers can make the change. All right, let me see if I can let my Discord know that we are live real quick. A little bit of admin stuff. 60 of you already in here this morning. Hello, hello. How we doing? You're going to get to watch, obviously, the... I have my float.
ISPC.
Oh, my fault. Wait. Sorry. I had my float filter all the way down to 8 mil. No wonder, nothing was moving and, the list was sparse. That's my bad. I was messing around with my float filter the other day. I still had it turned all the way down. My fault. There is other stuff on the scanner. Sorry. It's still not uber exciting, but Beyond BYND is pushing up. Looks like they got news. What? 9 o'clock. Wait, what? Why does it say 9 o'clock? Is that from today? No, it's from yesterday. Okay, that's not supposed to be showing. My news is supposed to be wiping things at midnight. I have to look into that. I did make a handful of changes to the code recently about reading news faster, so whatever I touched must have messed that up, but not a big deal. Not a big deal for this morning. I'll fix it. J-Bear, hello. Good morning. Salty, good morning. Where is the floating P&L scanner? What do you mean? This floating P&L study? This is something native within Thinkorswim. This is not a custom code of mine. So you just go into studies and you look up floating P&L. Yeah, that's not something I made. Sorry, let me lock in real quick to share the live stream in the Discord, and then we can get back to it. Discord, hello at everyone. We are live on YouTube. Come hang out. Cool. Is the Discord up on stream? Yes, it is. If you do join and get access to the scanner, now you also get access to the Discord. Even if you sign up for the monthly plan, you still get access to the Discord now. So very fun stuff. I made it. I had to set an alarm though. What's up, Carrie? Good morning. I don't see the news symbol on my end. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I refresh. If I refresh, does it go away? Oh, I'm not logged in. my website logged me out, so I probably wasn't getting updates. Hold on, I'm logging into my own website here. That's funny. I wasn't logged in. I wonder if it's gone now. Now it's gone. Oh, that's really funny, actually. That is an interesting little quirk. I wasn't logged into the website, so like I guess that means it hadn't pushed the update or something. That's funny. Yeah, okay. So I guess it is working. Just a funny little thing there. My own website logged me out. Love to see you eat, Trey. Made a sick play yesterday thanks to the scanner. Congrats, DP King. Wait, DP King. Pause. Congrats, my friend. I've heard a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people making good trades off the scanner. So I really do love to see that. PBM hitting the scanner. I mean, sure, moving up a little bit, but after a dump, not super something I'm super interested in. ISPC is our top 20 gainer that most recently hit highs. We can go take a look at this. Strategy's actually in from wherever this candle closed, penny stocks. Oh, 1776, the candle closed. America. Good morning from Florida. Hello, Florida. How hot is it down there today? It's been hot here in Virginia the last 2 days. I think today is going to be really nice. I think the high today is like 82 or something. MG, good morning. DMV been hot the last couple of days? Yeah, it has been. Yes, it has been. I took the family to the lake yesterday. It was nice. Still waiting on getting my boat back. I bought a boat like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I took it straight to the shop, and I've had them like, you know, getting it ready for the season. Still waiting to get that back. They're waiting on trim level gauge. The trim gauge was bad in it, so they had to order one. New boat? Yeah. We're waiting on that. Yesterday was just a beach day. I don't have my boat back yet. ISPC, the strategy got stopped out there on this pullback. I mean, whatever, a little win, but nothing crazy. RPAY, Forager Capital. Water is still very cold. What's it useful for? Floating P&L? The floating P&L study shows what your strategy, like the strategy that you are currently charting, would be up or down. Right, so like it took 2 trades on ISPC this morning. The first one it lost $75. This one it made, 49 or whatever. So it's down $26 on the day. Which broker outside of Interactive Brokers allows the most penny stocks? Yeah, I'm not sure. Someone else can maybe help you with that. I'm not sure. You'll make new friends with the boat? Yeah. That's okay. I'm going to let people that have country club memberships come on my boat. How about that? That's what I told one of my buddies. I got a buddy that is a member at like a pretty nice country club around here. Like, you know what? We're a good team now, man. You take me golfing on your country club, and I'll take you out on the boat. There goes all your money with the boat. I think people buy boats with bad expectations, I think is why people complain about them. I've been around boats my whole life. Like my grandfather had boats, my dad had boats. I've been driving them my whole life. I understand that a million things are going to break. You just don't buy a boat until you can afford to fix the million things. The most recent high is showing 0 with no stock on my end. You have a filter set or something. You either have a filter set or you're not logged into the site or something like that. Strategy got in as an auto buying for you? No. Strategy codes in Thinkorswim are not capable of placing real money trades. So these strategies just obviously show you live and in real time where the strategy would have gotten in and out. So, you know, it's obviously useful for, wow, what a trade on PBM yesterday. It's very useful for tracking performance in real time. And it's also very useful for automating the data gathering process of backtesting. Now, when you backtest and optimize trading strategies, you don't have to go through and manually find every place that it would get in and out. You know, code does it for you. So, but yeah, it's not placing real money trades. No, you don't have to worry about when you import the codes from the website, them like messing up your account or anything. Logged in and no filters. I'm not sure, my friend. I'm not sure. The scanner is working, and the scanner is, you know, hosted on a virtual machine, so it's not going to be different for you than anybody else. It's something on your end. I would try a new browser. I would try, I don't know. Can you go through the moving now logic? Is it real time? Yeah, real time. So anything that moves at least 3%, up, obviously. I don't track moving down. Some people do have scanners that will also show you if it moves down 3%. I don't really care if stuff moves down. So if something moves up at least 3% in 2 minutes, and it does it on either at least 100,000 shares of volume over the last 60 seconds or velocity to do so. So you'll notice TBH just hit and you're like, well, Trey, TBH doesn't have 100,000 shares traded, but it must have traded this 30,000 shares in like the first 15 seconds or something. So if it's on track to hit 100,000 shares in 60 seconds, it will also populate. That's just a way to catch the moves a little bit faster. But I do really like having that volume logic in the back end too. I've looked at a lot of other scanners, and a lot of other like moving now type scanners don't have that. So you just end up with like a list of a bunch of shit you would never ever want to trade, right? And it gets really distracting, and it takes away from like the stocks you would actually want to trade. So I really like the volume logic I have on the back end. But yeah, that's it. So it's up 3% in 2 minutes on 100,000 shares of volume velocity. And yes, it's real time. It is scanning the entire market, and it is scanning the entire market 4 times a second. So if that happens, it will catch it within, you know, at least within a second. That's the slowest it could be is 1 second. That is if my, well, it's hard for me to make statements like that because it depends on your, you know, this is a website, so it depends on your internet speed too. But the slowest my scanner will spit it out is 1 second. And that is if you happen to catch it on a WebSocket refresh, which happens every 10 seconds, I think. I don't know. I don't remember my back end. I have nothing on the most recent high, no filters, scanner not working. If the scanner's not working, it's something on your end. The scanner is working. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it, and it is sending, it's sending, what am I trying to say? It's hosted on a virtual machine, so it'll be the same for everybody. If it's not working, you're either not logged into the website, you have filter set, but I know you said you don't, or there's something wrong with your browser. I would clear the cache on your browser. I would try a new browser. I'm not sure. It's back now, weird. So that is interesting. I do wonder if your browser may have cached or something, like your cache may have refreshed, because something hasn't, like the moving now section of the scanner is really slow this morning, though we do have a couple things hitting now. The moving now section, like nothing hit there for 3 minutes. So I wonder if in that 3 minutes, like your browser cached and somehow just wasn't loading anything since nothing was hitting. I'm not sure. I'm not using Chrome, I'm using Edge. So Chrome is a weird browser. It's obviously a very good browser, but it's got some weird caching things, and it's just very, very heavy with its caching. I love it when you talk techie. talk techie to me. Sort by last high a day, CRML. UCAR is, pushing. Volume is lighter, and this is a secondary move, right? Like UCAR has already pushed up really hard this morning. It's already made a big move. The strategy took really nice advantage of that, actually. This is a secondary move, so you don't expect as much out of secondary moves, right? Now, does that mean that UCAR won't like rip up to 180? I mean, it could, yes, but likely it won't. And as I'm saying that, it's already failing, right? It's important to understand, important to zoom out when you get to a chart and be like, okay, has this stock kind of already done a thing? It has. I'm not really interested in trading this, right? Good on the strategy, like yes, it met the strategy rules, but it doesn't mean that I need to take the trade. And you can see a history of that too, right? Like it made a big move and then secondary move that didn't quite reach the same high. Then you get another secondary move that didn't quite reach this high. Then you get another secondary move that didn't quite reach this high. Then another one, like stock is in downtrend, just making lower highs. My scanner is working perfectly. Yep. Scanner is all good this morning. What did I do to my hand? Edge is Chromium based. Yeah, isn't like everything Chromium based? When you download, what was it? Who made a browser? Some AI made, maybe it was ChatGPT or Gemini. One of them like made a browser.
BYND.
And then someone obviously when people downloaded it, they looked under the hood and it was just Chromium again.
BYND.
It's like, oh, okay. Is the Squawk going to start working soon? Yes, as soon as sales gets back to me. I actually haven't checked my email this morning. Let me see if old Emily got back to me this morning. Yes. As soon as I have to, I had to request a code snippet from them because in their documentation that they gave me, it's all written in React and my back or my front end is not written in React. So I have to reach out to them to get a new code snippet that's going to work for me.
CRML.
She hasn't responded to me, no.
BYND.
Come on, Emily.
CRML. BYND.
I bought
CRML.
the 1-year membership. Send me an invite to the Discord channel. You do it from the website, my friend. So on daytradingstrategies.net, just click on this Discord logo. In here, you will have a button to join the Discord. Hit this, you'll join the Discord, and then you can come back to this page, and there will be another button. So after you join, another button appears, and then you can click that button, and it'll give you all the roles in the Discord so that you can actually talk and stuff. CRML, very nice push here. This was the one that was hitting our most recent high back here a while ago before 11. Now it's up to 1175. Strategy is in this thing from 1079. It just now hit the moving now because it hasn't been a very, very volatile move. It's just been a grinder, but finally starting to get 3% in 2 minutes. And once again, it has been on the most recent high because obviously it is a top 20 stock that is pushing into highs. BYND looks like it's doing the same thing. Okay, hold on. All of a sudden now, out of nowhere, we got two stocks that are trying to do some things. Once again, they're not explosive volatility-wise, but they are grinding up nicely. Will Squawk be faster than the scanner? Yeah, Squawk is real time, yeah. Squawk is real time. So as soon as like CRML at 8:30 this morning when they announced this news, Charlie will come on the audio and he will read out the news headline for you. You will be put onto news immediately and with audio alerts on the scanner, yes. AI should be able to convert your code snippet. I mean, yeah, I did think of doing that. It just I guess I could try it. I'm just using code that isn't directly from API docs scares me. Especially when I paid, I'm paying Squawk itself is I think I'm paying $30,000 a year for it. Is it $30,000 or $40,000 a year? I'm paying a lot of money for this feature. I think it's going to be, I mean, it'll be the most useful feature. It's going to be insane. CRML float is 68 mil. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, well, that's not probably. That is why it's not such an explosive volatile move. It is a large float stock. Yes, 73 million share float. I pay for the high-end models. Yeah, me too. I pay for Gemini Ultra, which, I mean, it changes every day, but when I paid for it, was considered the best AI. It's only money. I mean, it's it's a reinvestment into the business, you know. You guys make it possible. Over 5,500 people have signed up to the website, so you guys make it possible to reinvest revenue into the business to make the scanner better, right? That's how it should go. I always say, like, that's how capitalism is supposed to work, right? If a business is doing well and revenue is good, then revenue should be put back into the business to make it better for the customers, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Are the first 30 days free? No. No, there is no 30-day free on the site. No. How do I access the charts and volume? This is Thinkorswim. This is not like me. This is the brokerage. I use Thinkorswim, which is through Charles Schwab. But there's a bunch of stuff you can use. I mean, if you don't even have a brokerage account yet, like if you just want to sign up to the scanner so that you can start practicing watching what kind of moves are happening so that you can start to learn some of your own patterns, you can go to a website called tradingview.com. This is a free website, and they let you just look at stocks. I mean, you can go to CRML, right? Go away, stop showing everybody my email. You can go to CRML, you can see the chart here, put it in dark mode so you're not getting flash banged. But yeah, TradingView is a great place to start because it's just it's just a browser. It's just a free way to look at charts. I mean, Thinkorswim is free too. You just have to open a Charles Schwab account, but you don't have to put any money in or anything. Santo, hello, good morning. 225 viewers. Good morning, everybody. If you haven't already, if you could hit that like button down below the stream, it helps out a lot. It helps push the stream out to more and more viewers so we can help more and more beginner traders. And I can get more and more customers. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Humble, good morning. How are you? How about the first 29? Yes, there's a 29 free. No, I'm joking. PBM had a nice move up at 4 a.m. Ooh, were you up at 4 a.m. trading? Look, man, I'm like all happy-go-lucky for 24-hour trading or people that trade at 4 a.m., but that's never going to be me. I'm never going to be up at 4 a.m. trading stocks. We got faith in you, Trey. Listen, man, I say all the time, one of the best perks of this scanner is that I'm the solo developer and I've been trading for 10 years and I use the scanner every day myself. So like, I will always be working to make this thing as good as it can be for day traders because I want it to be good too, right? I am also a user. Market was booming yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was a fun day. This has been a good week. Like I say, the small cap gauge has been in the yellow and in the green most days this week. Starting off slow today, but maybe we'll get something. Never say never. Ow. Any thoughts of adding float rotation to the scanner? So, yes, I do have an idea. I actually have had this idea since I first launched the scanner. I just haven't put it in yet because it's definitely going to add a layer of complexity, and I'm doing my best to keep the scanner as simple as possible. But I have an idea to highlight rows if the volume is greater than the float. So like, if volume on the day is greater than the float, then highlight it, light green or something. And then if it is 2 times greater than the float, highlight it a different color. If it's 5 times greater than the float, highlight it a different color. That way you can get a very quick visualization of like, okay, hey, what is having huge float rotation this morning? What is? I guess ISPC. Like ISPC has almost traded 10x its float already this morning. Like that would obviously be highlighted something so you could see that. It's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea. It's just like, what level of complexity does that add to a beginner trader who's looking at this scanner? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe it's not too complex. Maybe I'm worrying too much about adding complexity. Maybe I should trust people more, but you have the best thinkorswim tools on the market and the scanner is very good. Appreciate that, OG. Appreciate that. Did you sell the boat yet? I haven't even gotten the boat yet, man. I mean, I do own the boat, but it's still at the shop. They're waiting on one more part to come in. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take the boat to the shop. It's April, spring is just starting. And then all week it's been like 90 degrees here where I live. It would have been lovely days to get out on the boat this week. That'd be pretty sweet. Anything worth using has a learning curve. Something else I need to do, and maybe once I do this, I can, add the highlights. I need to put like a little info button here or something that you can click on and it will explain like everything going on with the scanner. That's something I can pretty easily add, really easily add actually. Use your phone for the scanner. True. The scanner is completely mobile friendly. There it goes. Once it loaded. This is all built to work on your phone as well. What strategy do you use when the buying turns blue? Are you talking about yesterday's video? This is the strategy I was showing on yesterday's video too. This is called my RSI rate of change strategy. It's on the website. If you guys didn't know, when you sign up to the website, obviously you get access to the scanner. That's kind of been the big thing. But you also get access to 150 plus custom thinkorswim codes, including, but obviously not limited to, this strategy. And you also get access to this Discord. So for $45 a month, you get a real-time stock scanner that updates 4 times a second. You get 150 plus trading codes, and you get access to a premium Discord. You can say what you want about what I offer, but you can't say it's a bad deal. You get a lot of stuff for $45. LZM, like, yeah, sure, obviously it did push up, but it was on really light volume. That's why it never hit the moving now. All right, 9 o'clock is coming up in 55 seconds. What in the world is this? 30K volume on the day. Let's go back to something with volume beyond. 9 o'clock coming up in 45 seconds. Let's see if we can't get some news here. Let's actually sort the... Here, I'm going to close my Discord for a second. Let's sort the search news by time so we can see what is most recently announced news. Like SMR, recently announced news at 8:51. That is a random time for news to come out, but that's why you have a scanner like this, so you still know when it happens. It says I don't have permission to send messages. Yeah, you need to go back. You need to go back into the Discord icon and click on the second button. So you have joined the server now, but you have to go back into this. And once you have joined, a second button will appear here. That button will give you your roles. That's a bot that auto assigns roles to you. Okay, 9 o'clock. Let's see if we. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Nice, dude. The news immediately loaded in. That was sick. Qualcomm announced something at 9 o'clock. XYZ announced something at 9 o'clock. Dope. Okay, so that seems to be working. I have been making changes to my news, trying to make it so that my scanner is reading all the news that's being blasted and then auto assigns it to the ticker that it is supposed to be assigned to immediately. And I think that just worked. Because what is happening from Benzinga obviously just blast out all this news, but then they have to go like manually tag it to tickers. So sometimes that takes 15 seconds, sometimes it takes like 3 minutes. So what I'm trying to do is obviously, once again, I'm trying to have my scanner do that automatically. And it did seem to just work. Qualcomm and XYZ came through immediately at 9 o'clock when their news was announced. So that was cool. That was good to see. That's something I've been working on a lot, actually. That makes me happy. It's been something that has been a kind of a struggle to get to work right. I must say I love your scanner. I mean, I will tell you right now that you're not going to find anything better for $45 a month. Can you find better scanners? Yeah, of course you can, but you're going to pay $250 minimum a month for them. If you're in the market for $45-ish a month scanner, this is the best. This is the best one. The ones that are better than mine and cost $250 a month is because they are using like literal real-time quote data from the exchanges, which is, I mean, I spend $66,000 a year on my data, which is that's why my scanner is the best in this price range. But if you start getting into like literal real-time quote data, that price balloons, which is why obviously they have to charge so much money for it. But listen, mine still updates 4 times a second. Like, yes, you're not getting literal tick quote data, but 4 times a second is still pretty damn good, I think. Stay ahead of the market with Schwab Network. So the news includes tickers not hitting the scanner. Yeah, so this is something I built relatively recently. It's called the search news function. This will show all news in the market. Well, it shows all news that has a green stock. It won't show negative news, but it shows all green stock news in the market, and you can search it. So like, I want to see news that has a $sign in the headline. That is something I like to search a lot. You can search for $sign, obviously find that. I want to see AI news. You search for that, you're going to find AI news, You can use commas to search multiple. I want to see AI and $sign and phase biotech news. This is a very, very I think this is a very underutilized feature of the scanner by most people. Being able to see news and being able to search news so that you can see tickers with news. And when you combine this feature, so when you combine this search news feature with the time machine, so with the ability to go back in time, your back testing becomes insane, because you can go back like over the last 2 weeks and you can look, okay, hey, what news headlines have been making stocks move the most? So you can always remain on top of headline trends, which is very important. I've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, how stocks with a $sign in the headline have been very strong. And today, one of your top gainers on news has that. What is the dollar search on? Literally $sign. So like it looks for the $sign in the news headline. Morning, what's up, JMP? What's the small cap gauge and what does it mean? The small cap gauge is a proprietary calculation that I came up with. So you're not going to find this anywhere else. This is not like something I'm pulling from a third party. This is something I invented. It shows you the overall strength of the small cap market, both today and across some subset of previous days. I don't give away exactly how it calculates because it is my intellectual property. But yeah. It's showing you how strong the small cap market has been. Once again, very, very useful because it allows you to visualize the current market condition, which means that you can adjust your trading strategies accordingly. Like right now, this morning, I would not be buying stocks and like holding and expecting big moves because the market's just not hot this morning, right? So you adjust accordingly. And we've seen that. I mean, on a lot of the trades we've seen taken this morning, we've seen that happen. Whereas if we were obviously up here in the green, you would then want to hold on to your winners more, right? Because, hey, the market's hot. When the market's hot, things have a higher possibility of exploding. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what happened? EFOI got news at 9 o'clock, which is, yes, great, and it moving. Interesting. I don't know why this isn't hitting my scans. Like, I don't know why it's not lighting up my most recent high. My news scanner's not like yours. I can't see news newer than 8 a.m. I don't know. It's on your end once again, Bez. The scanner is not different for anybody. It's not like I'm loading different scanners for different people. My camera's not working? Is it not? Hello? Hello? Very serendipitous that, ooh, nice word, serendipitous, that this scanner becomes available shortly before they announce the change of the PDT rule. That is, I mean, let's be very honest with one another right now, Kiram. That is very good news for the business. It's going to bring in a lot more traders, which is, obviously a lot more potential customers, which is dope. Excuse me. The symbols in the news aren't following the price and float filter. Yeah, that's something I need to change. I don't know why I haven't done that. Someone let me know that like 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't made the change yet. It's very easy to do. I'll do it today. Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, the price and float filter is not impacting the search news scanner right now, which it should. It will. I'll fix it. Which study is it? What study? The strategy you see running on the chart? That is the RSI rate of change strategy. Your price and float instead of a slider being an input value might be an option. Yeah, I thought about that. When I was building it, I thought about it. I landed on the slider. I do like the slider, though. I do understand that maybe the range is too big. Like maybe I make it like, because who's really filtering? Like who's really going like, I only want to see stocks if they're trading below $66. You know what I mean? Maybe I should make the range like $0 to $20 and then make the increments like 25 or 10 cents between that or something like that. Because I do understand that like it's hard. Like if you only want to see like $2 stocks or whatever, like it's kind of hard to get the scanner to go there with the slider. EFOI, okay, the stock announced news at 9 o'clock and is up, it became our biggest gainer on the day when it did. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened now. I was sitting here wondering, like, why didn't this stock hit the moving now? But its green candle, it must have announced the news, like, right at the end of the 9 o'clock candle, because this green candle only has 33,000 shares of volume. Like, the initial move is actually very, very light volume. And then, of course, it starts pulling back from there. So that's why it didn't hit any of my, alerts. It didn't meet the volume requirements. Interesting. Is this buyout news or something? No. Multi-year data center infrastructure progress. Dope. It's another company building data centers. Right, yeah, then the next candle comes in with a ton of trading volume, yeah, but at that point it's not blasting off anymore. It's not meeting the price action requirements of the scanner. Ow. Keep it at 100 but make it $5 increments? I don't think that's a good idea. I think for the most part, if you're filtering price, it's like, because I don't want to see stocks trading below $1 and I don't want to see stocks trading above like $15. This is probably like a very, very common price filter people are using. Couldn't you make the sliders operate on a logarithmic scale? I'm not going to lie, Scott. You're smarter than me. I don't know what that means. What do you mean the slider? You mean like at the bottom end, it will increment by like 10 cents. And then as you ramp up, it starts incrementing by $1. Is that what you mean? Data centers are like prisons, needed but not in my town. Dude, they're building a bunch of data centers near-ish to where I live. Not where I live, actually, but near-ish to where I work. Like, I drive by them all the time coming into the office. All the construction they're doing on data centers. Will you highlight certain words in the news so you know if it's a buy or not? So that's like, I get asked kind of a lot questions like kind of like that. Like, Trey, can you only show stocks that are good buys? I can't do that because that gets into financial advice, right? Like, I'm allowed to just like blast you all information. Like, hey guys, look at the stocks that are moving. But I can't sit here and like make a filter that's like, these are the best ones. And like, you know what I mean? I can't like suggest to you guys what to buy. And honestly, I wouldn't really want to do that anyway, because trading is so dependent on a million things in your own personal life, your own finances, how you see the market, your risk tolerance, etc. Like, there's not really like hey, if it has this kind of news, you should buy it, or hey, if it has this kind of news, you shouldn't buy it, kind of thing. By the way, speaking of this kind of news, IPW news at 9:10, $ in the news. Thus, why it's nice and strong. We love seeing $ in the news right now. That is definitely what's making stocks move the most. That is your kind of buzzword right now. That's what I've noticed in my testing. There it goes. What? Wow. What did I just talk about? What did I just say? That was nice. Don't say I never did anything for you, chat. Scanner had this news up immediately at 9:10. Strategies in from 112. The stock is now up to 121. What were we just talking about? $ news. It is funny because like this looks like a boom blast off candle, but I mean it is a 8%. But I mean, hey, what are you going to do? Complain about being up 8%? I'm not. I wouldn't complain about being up 8%. It's just kind of where we are right now. Once again, the small cap gauge is in the red. You don't expect stocks to like boom up 40, 50%. It's just not the market we're in. So this is why having the small cap gauge is important, so that you can judge and trade accordingly. It's continuing up now, 127. Very nice. 270 viewers. Good morning, everybody. We're just got put on a very nice move here. Very nice trade. Talked it through in real time as well. Talked it through the importance of a $ in news. The scanner lit it up right at 9:10, so you knew that the news was out. It hit the moving now right at 9:10. There you go. That is that's the kind of move that makes the scanner worth it right there. It's all you need. Just one of those, you're good to go. And if you haven't already, at least go access the free scanner, right? With the free scanner, you won't get all the bells and whistles. Obviously, I'm not going to give you everything for free, but you do still get the top 20 gainers today, and it still is updating 4 times a second. Like, I don't slow down the refresh rate on it or anything, so you're still getting a live look at the top 20 gainers today. You can still sort by float volume. You can sort by gain. It's still, I mean, for free, it's ridiculously useful. I promise you that people pay $25 a month for scanners that are worse than what's for free right there in that QR code. And I don't want your credit card or anything like that. You don't even have to make an account. So go check it out. Once you use the free scanner, maybe you use the free scanner, and if it helps you make $45, then there you go. Then you've paid for your first month of the full scanner. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it definitely will. I mean, who knows? It's not going to help everybody make money, but if it does, just saying. All right, IPW is pulling back now. No credit card to social security number. I do want your email. I am going to collect your email. I am building an email list. You will get emails from me, but you know, that's just the cost of doing business. Nothing is really free, chat. Come on. I will be sending you annoying marketing emails. Yes, yes. Not all stocks are Bird. Bird was funny, man. They went from making, wow, this thing just bounced up enough that the strategy didn't get stopped out. They went from making shoes to rotating to AI. And the funny thing was they did that morning. Like they announced that news in pre-market. And then in after hours on the same day, MYSE announced that they were shifting to AI. Like this is the same day that Bird did it and went up like 700%. And then in after hours, MYSE was like, wait a second, that's a good idea. Wait, we should do that, bro. I found that to be very funny. Good morning, Trey. I've been watching your channel for years. All your products work great. Tony, what's up, man? I remember you, Tony. Weren't you a Twitch viewer? I remember your name. See, I remember you guys. Three more people have signed up to the scanner since I went live. Thank you, everybody. That makes 7 new customers today. I appreciate you. Wait, literally as I said that, someone else signed up. Thank you. Netflix thinking about shifting to AI. Did they get crushed? Wowza. Netflix from 107 straight down to 98 on earnings yesterday. Poof. He's farming our info. I won't sell your info. I'm not selling your email, but I am using it for my own marketing and building. What I'm using your email for mostly, I'll just be completely transparent with you, is building lookalike audiences. Like Meta has this thing where if I have an email list, they can like tell me, okay, these are the kind of people that like your products, and send advertisements to those kind of people. That's like the main reason why having an email list is so useful. I'm trying to get into paid advertising. It's a crazy world. There's so much to learn. I have no idea what I'm doing in that space. I'm a good coder. I'm not yet a good marketer. I'm trying to figure that part out. Half of Netflix subscriptions have to be people that forgot to cancel. That reminds me. I run a lot of ads for my businesses. It's getting simple. Nice. Maybe we should talk. What I want to do is get my affiliate program up and running more too. I do have an affiliate program. I just haven't paid a lot of attention to it yet because I've been busy working on building stuff. But I would love to like let you guys come in and like if you guys are good at marketing, like maybe JMP, if you wanted to. I'm not obviously going to make you, but if you wanted to, you could be an affiliate, and then I'll give you 50% of whatever you sell. How is VMI? A better place to be from than to be at. No, I mean, it wasn't bad, man. You look back on it, it's one of those things you look back on military school age and you're like, you know what? This shit was actually kind of fun. I'm sure it's just your memory, like remembering more of the fun times and spitting out all the bad times, but but it wasn't bad. I had a lot of friends that I was roomed with. I was real close to my roommates, which made it a real good time. I'm a Hokie? Nice. Virginia Tech, huh? Would you need help creating ad videos with AI? I don't think so. Not right now. I kind of want to make my own. You know, I'm very comfortable making my own videos. That's not a problem. Obviously, I've been a video creator for a while. Actually, why my stream layout looks like this, like I changed my stream layout a couple weeks ago, is because I have like used this now to make clips. I actually just posted one yesterday. I'll show you quickly. I'm trying to like make clips of, hey, look, the scanner found this and the stock moved up. You know what I mean? EFOI is finally hitting the scanner now. Must have moved up on enough volume that time. YouTube studio. Oh, wait, I probably shouldn't show you my studio. Maybe it doesn't matter. What was I doing? Oh, showing you this short from yesterday. See, I'm trying to like get stuff like this posted. Obviously a market mover right now. RACT doing stuff like this for advertising purposes. Anyway, you guys don't care. EFOI is pushing up. Echo Foxtrot Oscar India pushing up. AI dancing babies sell stock scanners. This is my first day trading. Welcome to the rest of your life, geezer. Welcome to the rabbit hole. I'm using Webull. When I try to buy a stock, it looks like it takes a while for the transfer to go through. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, man. I would have to look at what you're doing. It should go through immediately, yes. Unless you're, well, in pre-market, you have to use limit orders. So like, are you using limit orders? And if you're using limit orders, you have to wait till you get filled, right? Market orders don't fill, or sorry, limit orders don't fill right away like market orders fill. You have to actually wait till the price hits where you put your order at. EFOI pushing into highs here. Wait, I have lines. These are old lines. What are these lines from? I haven't drawn red lines like this in years. Look at that. I must have been trading this stock back here for something.
EFOI.
It is a previous big runner. And look now,
CRML.
like years later. Look at how years later the stock is still reacting to these levels, to these lines. That's funny. I like when that happens. These thin red lines are how I used to draw my lines years ago. So look at it. Look at how it's still reacting to this. It's interesting. Do you have plans to include a large and mid-cap stock scanner? No. So this isn't a small cap scanner. Like any stock will appear on this scanner. It's just that excuse me. It's just that small cap stocks are almost always the ones making the volatile enough moves to hit the scanner, right? Like if Nvidia went up 3% in 2 minutes, it would hit the scanner. So like on earnings or something, you will see large cap stocks hit the scanner too. It's not small cap only. Just once again, happens to small cap stocks are almost always the ones that are hitting the scanner. If a stock is falling a lot, does it say the name out loud? No. No, this is for, the audio alerts are for high a day. So what this scanner is, this most recent high, this is showing you, obviously, the stock that has most recently pushed into high, but caveat to that, it also has to be in the top 20 gainers today. Because like, if you just had something that said what stock in the market would hit highs, you once again, you would get like a bunch of shit that you don't care about.
LZM.
So this is showing you like, hey, strong, this stock is performing well today, and it's pushing into highs. That's what this audio alert is and this scanner is. Like LZM just did. Somebody else just, oh, never mind. That was my alert from 7 minutes ago. Got excited. What's the Squawk box for? This is for when Benzinga Squawk comes to the scanner, which will be any day. Hopefully today. I'm just waiting on Benzinga sales to get back to me. Well, not their sales so much as their tech guys, but sales is my correspondence. But they've got to get me one more code snippet, and once I get that snippet, I mean, assuming I've set everything up right. I haven't been able to test it yet, of course, but once I get that snippet, I should just be able to plug it into my code, and then Benzinga Squawk will be on the scanner. That is going to add a ton of value to the scanner. Having news read out to you live and in real time as soon as it happens is going to add a ton of value to the scanner. I mean, you can't even access Benzinga Squawk itself. Let's go to like Benzinga pricing. Let's find their pricing page. Like you can't even access, look, to access Squawk, you have to pay, oh, okay, you can do this one. So to access Squawk, you have to pay $147 a month. And that's just for Squawk, right? I am now going to have it available. Where's my thing? I'm going to have it available as just something else on my scanner that obviously you get access to everything else to for $45 a month. I honestly believe, especially once I get Squawk added, but I honestly believe like I have made the best deal on the internet for day traders. Everything you get access to for $45 is kind of nuts. What strategy are you using? Yeah, this is the RSI rate of change strategy that we're looking at. Shout out VMI from Buchanan, Virginia. Nice. You were nearby. I graduated in 2015. Raw Virginia Mill. Rah, rah, rah. Is Squawk the same one that Stocks Rocks uses? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what Stocks Rocks is. Maybe. What's the annual price for my scanner? $400 a year. So $45 a month or $400 a year, which saves, I think it saves 33% if I remember my math correctly, if you sign up for the annual plan. Kaim, good morning, my friend. How are you? EFOI continues to hit the scanner. Okay, nice. It got up through that first level. Now look, there is more levels that I have drawn. That's the right word. Years ago. It's up and trading into those now. EFOI is. You just signed up for the annual. Thank you, 120. I appreciate that. With the annual plan, you also get lifetime access to the Discord. Monthly plan users now also get access to the Discord, but if you cancel your subscription, the bot's going to kick you out. Annual members, you guys still get the benefit of, even if you cancel your subscription, say you don't want to sign up 2 years from now, but you still want to talk to people in the Discord, you still can. Let's leave this up, actually. Let's leave the Discord up. Can you explain Squawk? Yeah, so Benzinga Squawk, there is a real human. Like, it's not like AI or computer voice or anything like that. There's a real human. His name is Charlie. I'm assuming it's still Charlie. I haven't listened to Squawk in a couple years. But anytime, so like wait, what? Connection error. What's going on? Did I get logged out again? Did I lose internet? What's happening? Can you guys hear me? Did my scanner break? Hold on. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, well, the scanner's back up.
EFOI.
Did I blip or something? What's going on? Is the news working? Is the news working for you guys? You don't have a connection error? What did I do? Did my website log me out again? It might have. No, it didn't, because it still says launch scanner. What happened, man? Anyway, what was I saying? Charlie will read out the news live and in real time. So when EFOI announced the news at 9 a.m., Charlie will start reading the news headline and obviously say the ticker that it's associated with. So you will get literal real-time audio news readouts from a real human. You guys are still seeing the news? Okay, something weird happened with my browser then. That's good to know that it's just a me thing. Your auto reset trigger? No, that wasn't the auto reset, because if that happens, then all the scanners here will show new. When my scanner like actually breaks and the auto reset has to kick in, it says new next to every scanner on the top 20. All right. Ding, 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 dong. The markets are open. So where my eyes go on the scanner at market open is here, right? We're watching the moving now, obviously, and we are watching the, I see the annual sign up just came through. Thank you. We're watching the moving now, and we're watching for stocks that hit it on heavy volume. So like Dare hit with 3.8 million shares. I'm interested in that. IONZ, 3 million shares. I'm interested in that, especially into a 600 share float. That is a micro float stock. This thing is going to be very volatile, but that's what I'm looking for. MYSE, I'm interested in that. Traded very heavy volume. These are the moves I'm interested in. I'm looking for heavy volume here. Like this, like CATX, don't care. Too light volume, don't care. ISPC has traded a ton of volume. Interested in that one. CRML. Okay, so a lot of the same stocks that we're grinding up this morning. ISPC, CRML, MYSE. You're getting a lot of kind of the same stocks. I also, by the way, sort my top 20 gainers by the last high of day column. That way you can see the, not only can you see what stocks are performing well, but you can see which are the most interesting right now. A lot of obviously new stocks hitting the moving now out of open here because the market's just open. So stocks that weren't doing anything in pre-market are obviously new to the scanner. Look at that. Everything's new. Oh, now the news isn't loading for you guys? Okay. I'll look into that. I mean, I can fix it. I could fix it right now. Let's give it like 15 minutes, okay? Is that cool? We'll give it like 15 minutes. The news doesn't really matter so much now because companies, we're not in pre-market anymore. So the news isn't as important right now. In like 15 minutes, I will restart the scanner. I just don't really want to do it right now when everyone's watching it right out of open. The whole scanner for you is down? That's weird. It's not for me. That's strange. Let me look here. Do we have? Okay. I do have errors. Has been blocked by Core's policy. What the hell does that mean? All right, I do have issues I need to look at. I don't know what that means, but I'll figure it out. It must be something that I changed with the news reading. Yeah. All good. We'll fix. This is like what happens a lot when you make changes to the code. They kind of expose themselves at market open because obviously market open, 8 billion things hit the scanner at once. So if there's any weakness in the code, it always gets exposed right at market open. And that's the beauty of wanting to always update things, is I'm always breaking things. It's loaded, it's working. Yeah, it seems an intermittent error. It seems an intermittent error. What's that beeping sound? Anytime a new stock hits the moving now, you get a little beep, just so you know that like, hey, this stock has just started moving. It's at the very beginning of its move. Maybe you're interested. I do see how it becomes a little annoying out of market open. You can mute it. This audio control that controls the most recent high also controls that beep. So if you don't like it, you can turn it down or mute it. Coors policy? Wow, what? I gotta drink a Coors Light to fix the scanner? I'm down, bro. Oh, speaking of drinking a Coors Light, we never had our market open monster. It could be a network issue. Yeah, I'll look into it. Hey, yo, Gemini, what happened, bro? The funny thing is I am looking at the scanner now. Like, if you see me looking down, it's because I code from my laptop. This is what I work on. I don't code on my desktop. So I'm looking down here and I'm watching the scanner with the inspect up, but now I'm not getting the errors again. So I don't know, it's definitely some kind of intermittent error that's happening here. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Scanner's still working. It's not a big deal. It's not a fatal error, at least. Yeah. My last high of day in the top 20 says NA for the first 8 or so. Interesting. That means that your scanner just restarted. I don't know why your scanner would have restarted and mine wouldn't have. That is, I don't know.
VEAT.
Like when is your oldest high a day? Let me put it that way. Like, do you see stocks that hit high a day at 4 a.m. this morning? If you don't, like whatever your oldest last high of day is when the scanner reset. Because that's what happens. Like it doesn't go back in time and search before resets. It just sets the reset time as the high of day. Good thing they don't have a Bud Light policy. EFOI, this was the hot stock in pre-market. Wow, okay.
EFOI.
Sorry, I'm kind of like ranting about my scanner problems. I kind of forgot to look at stocks. EFOI, your top gainer, ripped up and it looks like it's into a halt. Yes, it's locking. It hasn't halted yet, but it's locking. Okay, now it halted. 936.10, EFOI halted. So at 941.10, we look for unhalt.
ABTC.
Why don't you use conditional orders to automate trades? I don't know. It's just kind of a personal thing. It's just kind of I'm a control freak thing. It's really nothing else to it other than that, Maddie. There's not like a real reason other than I like to be in control of when I get in and out of trades. I have nothing against conditional orders. Like by all means, use them. Yeah. Everyone just, as always, everyone trades a little differently.
VEAT.
Scanner just came back. Yeah, something weird is happening with it's like personal connections to people, I think. I'll have to look into what that cores issue was. I'll fix it. It seems like a minor thing. Since the whole scanner didn't crash, it seems like a minor thing. Are you hosting the website on a dedicated server? Virtual machine. It's hosted on DigitalOcean. In your vid, you say you're a systematic trader, but if you're buying manually, that's discretionary? Not really. It's just manual versus automated, right? But I still only buy based on my trading systems. That's what makes a system trader.
BIRD.
Oh no. Is the bird coming back? Wow, it is too. This was your crazy mover from a few days ago, Bird. Your Allbirds, the company that rotated from shoes to AI, pushing up again.
VIRD.
Excuse me. So when it yells out a name and has a beep afterwards, that means the move is starting upwards. It just means that, once again, the beep means that a new stock hit the moving now. This means this is the first time today that Bird has hit the moving now scanner. That's just important to recognize because, like, hey, this is, you're catching a move at the beginning of its start rather than, you go look at like, I don't know, you go look at like when EFOI hits the scanner again out of its halt, it won't be new because the stock has already flown from $2 to $7, Just made $280 from EFOI. Clarence, congratulations, my friend. Nice trade. Is there a particular coding language other than ThinkScript that is helpful for trading, like a college class? Python is the best. Python's the best coding language. I've heard of a lot of people using Python to automate their trading too. I've never really gotten into that, but whenever I talk to like automated traders, they're almost always, if not always, I'm not sure that I've ever met one that's not using Python. Not that I've spoken to a ton of them either, but if I was going to learn one, if I could only learn one coding language, it would be Python. The beauty of like learning a coding language though is like the hard part of coding is learning how to talk to the machine, like understanding the logic behind getting information from your brain into the machine and having it process that. Once you learn any single coding language, learning others becomes almost trivial. Learning others is just like different syntax and maybe some different logic, but once you understand how to get your ideas communicated into the machine, the rest of it's easy. I trade before the halt? Should I take profits in the halt? It's up to you, brother. I have no idea. That's up to your own trading style and trading strategies. Should you sell into the halt or should you try to hold through the halts? There's not really a right answer. Sometimes stocks fly out of halts. Sometimes they get crushed out of halts. There's never really I don't think there's really a way that you're going to know, hey, is this stock going to fly or not? Can you build strategies that prove statistics that give you edges? Maybe. You'd have to try that. You'd have to try. 8 seconds until EFOI on unhalts. Wow, I can't talk. I'm excited. 2, 1, unhalt now. There it goes. Wow. Opens up at 750, rips to 830. Pulling back already though. Let's see. Very nice. $8 over again. Wow. Big push. This is our top gainer from this morning. Remember, guys, this was the stock that announced news at 9 o'clock that the scanner was all over. $9 now. I'm surprised it's not halted again yet. How big is this candle? That's interesting. Stock is up 20% in like 30 seconds and it didn't halt again. Wow, still pushing. Where's the halt level on this thing? Not that I'm like necessarily cheering for a halt, but surely that has hit the guidelines, right? Where did it close yesterday? Closed at $2.09. I know cheaper stocks have wider handrails. Like they allow penny stocks and cheaper stocks, they allow them to move more before they halt them. And it's based on yesterday's closing price. So maybe like stocks below $3 get wider ranges or something. It's also still the opening, another big thing, it's also still the opening 15 minutes. So during the opening 15 minutes, they also give wider ranges on volatility halts. But how big was this? Here the stock looks like it halted after a 25% move up in 2 minutes. And then the stock immediately made another 27% move and didn't halt. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just as confused as you are, chat. But whatever. Trading up at $9, trying to fight here. TOS strategies are great. I can't figure out how to use your strategies for TradingView though. Like, you mean the ones that I have published on my website? You don't know how to use them? TradingView, it doesn't have like a nice import function that Thinkorswim has. So you have to just like literally copy the source code and then go on TradingView, you go like make a new study and you just copy and paste the code from my website into it. EFOI still fighting, not giving it up yet. Not giving it up yet. $9 is seemingly overhead resistance though. Running into the whole dollar here. I'm gonna work for 1 second. Hold on.
RMSG.
Where we at? EFOI still fighting 9? Just joined, haven't been able to watch your video. Did you get Squawk yet? Not yet. They haven't emailed me back yet. I'm just waiting on Benzinga. Waiting on Benzinga. Scanner didn't pop EFOI? I think it did. It definitely did right here before this hold. That's why we jumped to it, because we saw it making this move above $6. It definitely popped then. Did it not out of the hold? I don't remember. Here comes the drop. It's like, it's hanging in there, but it's definitely not wanting to trade above 9. People don't want to buy this thing above 9. Traders have not been convinced to make a purchase above 9. What? Whatever. EFOI still pulling back. Is Benzinga for faster news? Yeah, all my news comes from Benzinga. Squawk will be audio readouts. So as soon as a company announces news, you will get the headline of that news and obviously the ticker it's associated with read to you. Scanner is working fine on Chrome and Firefox now. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It's weird because it's an intermittent issue. Like, it's working for most people, but some people are having issues with the scanner, which is strange. I'm not sure why. Like, I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen an error before where, like, it's working for some people but not working for others. I'll figure it out. Without news, how does that change your strategy at market open? A lot. I really target trading stocks with news. Do I only ever trade stocks with news? No, but they're definitely the ones I target the most. And I do my best to target stocks that have keywords that I like too. Right now, that keyword is the $. Definitely looking to trade stocks that have a $sign within them, as that's just the buzzword I've noticed is hot right now. So I do a lot of testing. I use my time machine often to like go back and look over the last few weeks and look at the news from the last few weeks and kind of study, hey, you know, of the top news gainers, what was in their headlines, and then I look for those same kind of key buzzwords moving forward into this week as well. How do I know where the source code ends and begins? It should just be the whole code block. Here, so let me see. So if I go into my website, let's move it down here. If I go into my website, we go into the codes. And I go into Trading View. You want to upload a strategy. Day trading. Runners, sure. In here, you'll have a code block, right? You just copy all of this. Just take the whole thing. You take this whole block of code, you copy this, and you go into Trading View, and you create a new study, and you just paste it in. $sign isn't a word? You're not a word, man. CRML is up 30%. Yeah, was that the grinder we were watching in pre-market? Yes, it was. Wow. It has just continued, too. This was the stock we watched this trade take this morning. Just continuing that sort of
RMSG.
Continuing that sort of move. What do I like to say a lot, chat? Returning subscribers to this YouTube channel, what do I like to say a lot? Patterns tend to repeat themselves, right? If a stock is kind of grindy like this, in the short term at least, it tends to keep grinding up. Does pre-market news affect stocks at open? Yeah, drastically. Stocks, like companies with news in pre-market are going to trade much higher volume than normal at market open. I mean, look at CRML yesterday, right? Stock traded at 9:34. It was already trading just 36,000 shares a minute. This morning at 9:34, it's trading. It's literally trading millions of shares a minute now. There's just Once a stock gets moving in pre-market, obviously there's a lot more eyes on it,
ABTC.
right? When there's a lot more eyes on it, there's a lot more volume. When there's a lot more volume, there's a lot more volatility. When there's more volatility, there's more opportunity. When there's, sorry, yeah. It's words. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. What do you mean by dollar sign? Do you mean that it's in the USA? No, I mean that there's literally a dollar sign in the news headline. It's not going to work right now because my news is broken, but it means that there's literally, like, in the news headline, there is a dollar sign. Good morning. What's up, Mark? Hello. Most of these news stocks will dump eventually. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's something else I talk about a lot. All of these stocks, look at the daily chart on all of these stocks. They all suck, right? These are all bad stocks. CRML, this is actually one of the better ones I've looked at. Let's just go down the list though, like EFOI. Awful, just an awfully dead daily chart. Just exploding today, obviously. CRMX, awful daily chart. CRMU, are these like the same tickers? Awful daily chart. ISPC,
ABTC.
a god awful daily chart. Like 99% of the stocks that were day trading, like these low float day trading movers, are just god awful companies. Like these are not ever like buy and hold kind of plays. We're here to take advantage of short-term volatility, right?
MSTU.
Speaking of short-term volatility, ISPC trying, ABTC. Nice little move out of open there. What is EFOI doing? We haven't looked at this one in a minute. Yeah, never quite wanted the above $9. It's far from done though. I would call this stock far from done. Now, does that mean it's definitely going to get above $9? No. For all I know, it'll be back at $5 in an hour. I don't know what it's going to do, but I definitely would not write this thing off as dead. Discord access quick. I'm in, but only see the news feed. Yeah. Have you clicked the, go back to the website, click on the Discord icon again. There will be a second button there. That second button sends you to the bot, which gives you your role to see everything in the Discord. EFOI,
MSTX.
candle over candle. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a two-step process, nuts. But once you click that
MSTU.
second button, you get access immediately. Yeah, there's no wait period or anything.
MSTX.
I'm gonna get some
MSTU.
golf in today, chat. We go golf after this
MSTX.
live stream. See if I can break 100 today. I've only been golfing 2 years. I'm not very good at it yet. I've shot a 92. My best round is a 92. Last time I went out, I shot literally 100. I was kind of pissed. It was one stroke away from breaking 100, but we'll take it.
ABTC.
Stock AAOI goes up every day.
MSTX.
Dude, AAOI, that's a ticker I remember. Was it like 2 or 3 years ago? This stock was really, really hot. Was it this? 2017? Is this what I'm thinking of? That was way more than 2 or 3 years ago. That might be what I'm thinking of, though. It also made a really nice move. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It also made a really nice move 2023, 2024. Yeah. Wow. I haven't looked at this thing in a while. It really does. It's just flown, yeah. Yeah. AOI is one that I was probably trading in 2017. It's a ticker for some reason that
ABTC.
I remember from my history. I always get the high score at golf. Foot wedge. That's something I don't do. I do keep a real score. I don't cheat my scorecard. No mulligans. 3 off the tee if I hit it out of bounds, which I do a lot. I think that's maybe another reason why I shoot, 100 when I go out. I go play with people sometimes that I'm like, oh, these guys are going to be way better than me, like, because they score way better than I do. Then it's like, oh, they're actually not that good. I've been following you for a bit. Thank you for doing what you're doing. I've learned a lot about Thinkorswim. Bruce, happy to help my friend. Glad to hear that I have been of some value to you. My best was 78. 78 sick, man. That's really good. The hell? What did that just do? I copied and pasted ride and I put in like a bunch of random numbers. That was weird. What do we got right now, chat? What do we got? Everything's cooling off a little bit. I mean, it is 9:56. Market's been open for 26 minutes now. I get my money's worth in golf. How does the line go? Like, why would you stay in the fairway when there's so much golf course to explore?
TBH.
Practice for your boating this summer. I'm new here. Do you offer courses about your strategies? I like on this YouTube channel, I make a lot of videos about my strategies. I don't have any like specific courses built for them, no. I'll put it this way, PCH. I'm not a believer in selling education, right? Well, I shouldn't say that because I do have a course available on my website, but how do I word it? I don't know. I'm not a believer in selling trading education. I guess let's put it that way. Because the course on my website is how to code. Like you actually learn how to code things in Thinkorswim if you buy my course. Yeah, I don't sell any kind of trading education. If you have any like questions about trading, I will just tell you and answer them. And once again, on this YouTube channel, I think I've posted over 700 videos now. There's a lot of content on this channel. If you're interested in learning how to trade, you found a good place to start. You found a good place to get started. You can watch my videos for the next like month and probably not watch them all. Welcome in, my friend. Anybody else is new, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, make sure the little bell icon is hit so that you get notified when I go live. So that you don't miss these live streams because they're a lot of fun. They're even more fun when the market is really hot. The market's not, I mean, it's not bad today. EFOI has been fun, obviously. EFOI pushed the small cap gauge up into the yellow because this thing got, up 288%.
ABTC.
Wish you had a course in coding in Python. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how do I say what I want to say. If you want to like literally learn how to code, like you want to learn how to code in Python, there's plenty of free courses. I'm pretty sure Harvard has courses. Harvard Python course. Do they have one in Python? They have a CS50 like intro course. I guess start here. Wait, what is edX? Oh, here you go. Harvard University, Introduction to Programming with Python. Go take this, it's free. Harvard has a bunch of free courses available. A lot of them are about coding. Like if you want to learn just actually how to code, I don't really need to be the one to teach you that. There's a lot of people that'll teach you that. What I teach you is specifically how to code in Thinkorswim. But my course also does my course covers a lot of the basics too. Like you don't have to know anything about coding to make my course work for you. The whole first chapter is like learning coding keywords, like what is a variable, what is a constant, what is a declaration, what is your mother. I don't know. So you don't need any expertise, but tons of Python coding stuff on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for your service, Mr. Trey. I have fun doing this stuff, man. I have fun doing this stuff. The business is doing really well. I think I offer fair value on the tools that I offer. I feel good about the price that I charge for everything. I don't feel too much like a dickhead for charging for this stuff, considering what you get and the price that I charge you for it. So life's good, man. Whoa. Hey, you guys remember when I said don't count EFOI out yet? Oh. Oh, that is ugly. Ooh. What do we say, chat? Wait for the breakouts to close before you enter. Someone just got owned on that. Everybody who had a buy stop order above 9 just got crushed. That sucks. That is disgusting. Can we count it out now? That makes it look way worse for sure. But I mean, it could still fight. I'm still not going to count it out, but I would definitely say it looks worse now. Woo, that was nasty.
MSTX.
Hopefully nobody that watches my content got stuck in that, because I talk a lot about the importance of waiting for the breakout candle to close before you enter. Even if it means you're going to get worse fills, because I mean obviously it does. Like it does mean you're going to get worse fills, but you avoid stuff like that. What to buy stop order? So you can come in and you can be like, you can come into your price bracket here. What is going on? Let me just full screen this for a second. You can come, like if I were to press, I'm not going to, but if I were to press like buy here at 1010, it would put an order out. Wait, would it? The hold down control to limit order is confusing me. Anyway, you can put orders out like above the current price that will only trigger if that price is hit. I'm not sure if I'm telling you to do it the right way. You can also come into buy custom. Wait, how can you do it?
CRML.
I have a video on how you do it somewhere on my channel. I have a video of order types in Thinkorswim somewhere on my channel. Obviously, I don't ever use buy stop orders, so had a sell in at $9. Nice. It was DWT's fault, everybody. DWT is to blame for EFOI not breaking out. He was your sell side liquidity trap there. Damn it, DWT. It's still fighting. Look, it's okay. It's a very interesting stock to watch. All 10 shares. That's why I didn't make it. All right, back to $9 EFOI. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. If you don't offer courses, what's your service about besides the scanner? The scanner is the main thing. You sign up, you get access to this real-time stock scanner. Also, you get access to 150 plus custom trading codes. Also, you get access to a Discord server, which currently consists of over 2,200 members. You get access to a bunch of stuff at $45 a month, or cheaper if you sign up to the annual plan. But, I mean, the scanner is the main thing, yeah. A stop order becomes a market order once a target price is achieved. Yep. And just like with stop losses, you can do stop entrances too. That's what a buy stop order is. Like I can put in right now, if I wanted to, a buy stop order at 907 so that if it breaks this level, I get filled, you know. I won't get filled at 907, I will get market filled. So if it ramps like that, I'd probably get filled up to 920 or whatever, but worth every penny. I struggle, and I always have to put my hand up when I say this because it's obviously very self-serving because it's my company, but I struggle to see how at least paying for 1 month isn't worth checking it out, right? Worst case scenario, the worst possible thing that can happen to you is you're out $45. If for some reason you find that you hate the scanner, you just cancel the account and move on with your life and you're out $45. Like, Always tell people, think of all the dumb shit you've ever spent $45 on, you know? Take a chance on something with the potential ROI that a real-time stock scanner like this has. I'm not sitting here telling you that you're definitely going to make money if you buy my scanner. That's not what I'm saying, but the potential ROI is there for sure. First month, $22.50. Are there any of those codes available? I can let you know in a second. There might be like one or two still left. I don't think quite all 50 got used. Huh? I'm not allowed to access this page. It's my own members page, bro. What do you mean? I must not be. Oh! Wow, I'm glad my monster was empty. I just knocked it all over my computer. I must not be logged into my WordPress admin. I think you can still use some, Ronald. Actually, let's just do this. Let's just literally test it. Go to my website, go to get signed up, go to join monthly, go to have a coupon, go type in Augusta. If this still works, and there's still a couple available. Yep. There's probably like 2 or 3 of these left over from the masters. Not quite all 50 got used, but almost all 50 got used. So if you are interested in getting your first month for $22.50, there you go. Do you have a quick explanation about float? Yeah, float is the total number of shares available to trade on a ticker. So when a company goes public, they sell a certain amount of shares. That's called your shares outstanding. And then out of your shares outstanding, an X amount gets locked up by like institutional holders and insiders and et cetera, et cetera. So then the float becomes like what is actively available for you and I to go trade today. Essentially, it is the supply of a stock. And along with the basic laws of supply and demand, if a company has a lower supply, then it takes less demand to move the stock, right? So low float stocks, people like to target low float stocks because they are more volatile. Because if you look at SNAL. SNAL only has a supply of 8.3 million shares, but it has a demand, meaning it has traded over 14 million shares today. People call that float rotation, like it's already traded more volume today than its entire float. Thus why it's so volatile. Thus why it went from 80 cents straight up to $1, and now it just ramped from 82 cents up to 90 cents again, you know. I do always warn though, remember. Volatility is not inherently bullish, right? A lot of beginner traders get themselves in trouble because they only study like bullish charts. And they're like, oh, look at how this low float stock went up 400%. It's like, yes, that's possible, but also go look at all the low float stocks that get absolutely destroyed, right? Volatility is a double-edged sword. If stocks can go up very fast, that means they can go down very fast too. So low float equals volatility, but it does not equal bullish, right? Don't just go randomly start buying low float stocks expecting them to go up. I used one of those codes. Nice. I bought the full year. It's a super deal. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, once again, I'm obviously the most biased person in the world, but yeah, I would say it's a pretty good deal. Yeah. I think the free scanner, I mean, listen, you can't beat free, right? I think if you're not, you know, if you don't want to pay, if you can't afford it or whatever the situation is, I understand. All of you should at least, EFOI fighting back above 9, all of you should at least have the free scanner up whenever you're looking at a chart. EFOI, okay, here it goes. It still wasn't dead. Even after this last fake out, it still wasn't dead. Trying again. Echo, Foxtrot, Oscar, India, EFOI. Wow. This thing is gross, man. Every time it gets above 9, it's gross. It feels like it's going to go, though. It feels like it's going to go. Just the way that it keeps trying. It's just, look at it. People don't want to buy it. People don't trust it yet. People don't trust it up here quite yet. But it does feel like it wants to go. I'm definitely not saying it is, but has that aura about it. Feels like it wants to. Come on, volume. Volume's got to come in though. People still don't trust it. Look at it. Look at the volume here above 9. Dude, this is fun to watch. You can tell all the bulls are watching this. They're doing, I mean, obviously, everyone is doing exactly what we're doing, and people are scared of it here because obviously they've seen this failure. They've seen one failure. They saw one more gross failure, and it feels like if it doesn't go this time, maybe it is dead. And it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Everyone's watching and waiting. Who's gonna step in and be the guide, be the traders that actually push it up over 10 and get it going. Very, very interesting EFOI. Man, I need a haircut. Whenever I look over at myself in my webcam, I can like see the kind of curls in the back of my hair. I need a haircut. Bought the year subscription, great value, new to trading, and I'm learning so much. Porter, thank you, my friend. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Hand up, I want to make a lot of money off this business. Let's obviously be very, very honest about that. But I do truly want to help beginner traders too, right? That's why I sell what I sell at the price I sell it at. I could probably double the revenue of my business by selling this stuff for $150 a month. Obviously, not as many people would sign up, but I think a good enough amount of people would still sign up that I would make more money. But I'm happy, you know? I'm happy selling it at $45 a month. I just think it's a great deal. I think it helps out a lot more beginner traders. And I make, listen, the business makes me plenty of money. I don't need to try to gouge people to make more. I'm happy with where I'm at. Do I want the company to continue growing? Yes, of course. Which is why I'm starting to try to get into paid advertising and stuff, but excuse me. Newbie trying to get on trade floor, but is getting these options when he selects DTS. Yeah, he needs to go back into, I don't know if David, if you're watching the stream, but here, I'll just tell you, he needs to go back to the Discord icon on the site and click the second button, which will give him. There you go. How you guys like that? 110 words per minute typing. EFOI failed again. EFOI didn't want to get going again. Am I ready to say it's dead now? No, I'm not, but 3 failures now above 9. This is exactly why it's not going, is because people are watching this continuous fail over 9. So we just got to watch it happen, right? Like it got above 9 again, but then you saw how the volume dried out. People didn't want to buy it up there. Feels like it's going to take some sort of big push to get people to trust this thing for volume to jump back into it. Someone just used one of the Augusta codes. Thank you. It's obviously someone from stream. Thank you for signing up. I hope you find a ton of value in your first month at $22.50. And I hope you remain subscribed forever because you're making... I can't even say what I want to say. Because you're becoming such a better trader for using the scanner. How about that? $2,390 green on EFOI. Yo! Congrats, dude. That's awesome, man. Very sick. EFOI is a honey trap, 1 halt from a $2 drop. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly in an interesting spot. This resistance, these failures over the resistance. I really, really like the way it's not falling. Like when stocks get huge moves like this and then they hold their gains, this looks hella bullish to me. Once again, does that mean that in 30 minutes, EFOI won't be trading at $5 a share? No, it very well could be. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know. I like when stocks do this a lot. Like this is kind of the setup you get when stocks make huge moves. Huge number 1 gainer on the day. So all the eyes are on it. Big pop out of open on news, holding its gains. It just, this, well, like I said, this, I'm not saying, I always have to caveat, I'm not saying this is definitely going to go up. Once again, for all I know, it'll be back at $7 in 10 minutes. I don't know. but this is what your very big movers very often do. Explode, hold your gains, hold your gains, hold your gains, hold your gains. I've watched them do this like all the way through lunch before. And then in the afternoon, just we'll see though. We'll see. It's certainly the stock to watch right now. That's for sure. Other stuff is still hitting the scanner. I know I've kind of given all my attention to EFOI. Other stuff is hitting the scanner. BZAI hitting the scanner. BOO is moving up. Dude, are the markets like at all-time highs? Oh my gosh. Bro, buying S&P dips on war threats is so easy, man. It's such easy money. I've watched it happen over and over and over and over and over again for 10 years now. It's so free. It's so free whenever there's war, whenever there's fear of war. Such a free dip to buy. S&P not only at all-time highs, but like soaring through all-time highs. That's crazy. That is crazy. You're back streaming on Monday and Friday mornings. Monday and Friday mornings from 8:30 to 10:30. I bought it at 500. I got some more VOO. I don't remember the exact price, but during that dip, I was buying some too. I bought some in my kids' accounts. They have I have open investment accounts for them. Whoa. BZAI. Someone just signed up for the course. Thank you very much. The course and lifetime access. If you guys didn't know, the trading course also comes with lifetime access to the scanner. So if you hate paying subscriptions, you can sign up for the course. On Twitch or just YouTube? Just YouTube. I'm not multi-streaming. What's the sign-up code? For what? For your first month at $22.50? It's Augusta. Like Augusta National. It was my coupon code for the Masters. Someone used it, so I'm not going to promise you that there's any available still, but I think going into today there was like 3 available, so there probably still is one. Speaking of VOO, speaking of the S&P buying dips and streaming on Twitch, one of my favorite like coups in my content creation is that I know I was live streaming on Twitch during this 2022 bear market, and I know for a fact that I helped a lot of people get invested in the S&P here, like towards 2022 bottoms. Because like obviously like that was the big, during 2022, the big conversation was the bear market, obviously. And I just kept telling people, you know, this is the time to buy. Like things are going to be fine. Like this is not the time to panic. This is not the time to sell. This is the time to buy. And I know a lot of people did. And those people have done very well. What time frame do you wait? Sorry, I can't read. What am I saying? What time frame do you count as waiting for candle close? Whatever time frame you're looking at, it is relative, right? So I'm looking at the 1-minute chart. So on a breakout, I would wait for the 1-minute candle to close. If you're trading the 5-minute chart, you would wait for the 5-minute candle to close. You know, it's all relative. Oh snap! Also on the 5-minute chart, the strategy is still in EFOI from 380. It didn't get stopped out.
CRML.
That is sick. That's very cool. This is another thing you can do, by the way. When you take my strategies, please test them against multiple time frames. Find what works best for you. I like it on the 1-minute, but obviously on the 1-minute on EFOI, it got stopped out. On the 5-minute,
SMU.
It got in at 380. First off, it got a better entrance. And second off, it's still in the trade. Up what? Up 150%. That's sick. That's very cool. Congratulations to anyone that did that. I love the RSI on the 5-minute. Yeah, it's crushing EFOI right now, that's for sure. Just made 46 bucks on EFOI. Thanks, bro. I'm still cautious. Yeah, hey, congratulations, Bruce. Congrats. Rory. Man, what a Masters it was. What a great... Dude, Saturday was so awesome. Rory goes into Saturday at the Masters with the largest lead ever going into a weekend. And then he's like the only guy that doesn't score. So everybody catches up to him. It's a great Saturday. And then Sunday was fun, but other than Scotty, no one really came at Rory. He just had to play safe golf, really. Scotty tried. I mean, Scotty made a hell of a run, but he was just a little bit too far back going into the weekend. EFOI is, look at it, man. It's still holding its gains here. Bashing into 9. It's yeah, getting comfortable with 9. Yeah, it wants to go. But look at it. But look, though. But look how buyers still don't want to step in here, man. They still don't want to step in. 9 is still scary. Oh, ooh. Is this the big fall? Is this the big one? Is it going to hold its gains this time, or is it going to collapse? EFOI. Look at it again into this kind of 905, 906 level and just does not want to go. Buyers do not want to step in there, and now people are getting scared. It looks like. ZDAI resumption? What the heck is this? Oh, God. Ew. Don't trade that. that looks like some Chinese float manipulation, if I had to guess. Ticker starts with a Z, ZDAI, and it is halted on like 1,500 shares of volume. This is not tradable. Not tradable. Don't try to trade low volume shit, and don't listen to anyone that tells you to. Anyone trying to teach you to trade low volume stuff like this is
MSTU.
Wants you to be their exit liquidity, right? That's why they're teaching you that. They're not actually trying to help you, I promise. Check CRML on the 5 minutes. Yesterday at 9:24. The strategy? It was in, yeah, it got stopped out, but this is a very, very nice stock. Just a very nice run this morning. Ross's piggy bank. I don't think Ross teaches really to trade low float stuff, does he? Or not low float, sorry, low volume stuff, does he? He trades pretty heavy volume stuff. I don't know, I haven't watched Ross in years. There was a point in time in my trading career, like 2016, where I had watched every single video that Ross Cameron had put out. He's like probably what got me started content creating. He's like what introduced me to stock market YouTube for sure.
CRML.
We mention a stock and it drops. Holy guacamole, boys and girls. Look at EFOI, man. So inspirational. It doesn't want to give up yet. Got the discount on the month. Can't wait to try it out. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. I hope you find a ton of value in it. And I hope you remain subscribed. I hope you find enough value to remain subscribed. Yeah, enjoy that. Get to try it for a month at $22.50. Oh, I see the sign up just came through. Yeah. You get to try it for a month at $22.50. That's, you can't beat that, my friend. No, he doesn't. Yeah. I enter a stock and it drops. Need to get another monitor? Yeah, I would call trading on one monitor difficult. The nice thing about the scanner, like a little extra bonus, is that it does work on your phone. It is, you know, I did build it to be mobile capable. So even if you don't have a second monitor yet, you can pull it up on your phone and just, you know, prop it up somewhere. It's a little harder because obviously you can't see the full screen, but like you can just kind of go to the moving now, or maybe you put it like this or something. So you can see the high a day stock. You can see the moving now. You have your audio alerts turned on. Something
SMU.
like that. Excuse me. What is that ticker in the Discord? INFQ? What is this? Must just be a grinder, huh? Oh, and it is only up 13% on the day, I see. I was like, why is this not hitting my high of day? It's not a top 20 stock. But yeah, it's a stock grinding up. INFQ, India, November, Foxtrot, Quebec. He's on to us. Trey's reading the Discord now. Oh no. Everyone hide. I see EFOI down here printing sevens. Yeah, I saw it printing sevens on the scanner. Getting uglier now, EFOI. Maybe it truly is done this time. Maybe it actually is done this time. It tried, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries at breaking this 905 level, and just, yeah, I think Trader's giving up on it now. Breaking now below 7. There's your $2 fall that someone mentioned earlier in chat. Yeah, it just, no one wanted to be the guy to step in with heavy volume and get it pushed up to that $9 level. Was the blue candle from yesterday's video uploaded? No, I have not uploaded that. I didn't build that with the intention of ever uploading it. I guess I can if you guys want it. A few people in the YouTube comments asked me too. What did I call it? Moving now, I think I called it, yeah. This study from yesterday. I guess I can upload it. I can do that this evening. Drop to 3, watch. It gives up the whole, I mean, yeah. Eventually it definitely will, 40. Like whenever you see a move like this, you know that eventually it's coming back to this price. Whether that's today or in a couple days or in a couple weeks, but yeah, eventually this will be a $3 stock again, yeah. The beast of trading these shitty penny stocks that we trade. Once again, we are very much here to capture short-term volatility on these things, not to buy and hold them, please. These are almost never buy and hold setups, these kind of plays we're looking at. Nice trade on BZAI there.
SMU.
What's this? What are you going to call the study? Here, you know what? I'll grab it quickly now. I call it moving now, but I don't know if that makes any sense. It might be a confusing name. Let's share it. Let's go, how do I do this? Share, let's go DTS. Let's call it Blue Momo. How about that? I'm going to paste this in the Discord right now. So those of you that are already signed up in the Discord, you can go to code share. I just pasted it in there. There you go. If you guys want it now.
Okay,
and then I'll get it up on the site this evening. Okay, LL. I have seen this thing kind of been on and off the scanner all day. Okay. Get it? Okay. This thing is still grinding up.
ZDAI.
I enjoyed the challenge of building the blue candle myself. Never forgot to get the 50. So the volume average study is broken.
SMU.
I tried to do the same thing.
Okay,
so there's this study that's called volume average. And this is what I turn on to see,
SMU.
Obviously, the volume average on the chart. But whenever you try to reference this in code, it doesn't work. So instead, I just use the average function. Instead of trying to reference the study, I just kind of built it myself. Volume greater than average volume of the last 50. And then another kind of tip is you have to offset it by 1. You can't include the current volume bar in the calculation, else it breaks it too. So average volume 50, offset by 1. multiplied by 2, obviously.
OKLL.
That's how I did it. OKLL, yep. Continuing grind. We've had a couple of these today. CRML is another one, yeah. A couple of these stocks that are just grinding their way up. I mean, look, nothing wrong with that. They're not giving you explosive volatile moves or anything, but nothing wrong with a couple of nice grinders. Pause. I think that's a hard pause, yeah. Oh man, I'm losing it, chat.
SMU.
Make sure if you're not already, make sure you've go and sign up to this free stock scanner. Once again, the free stock scanner gives you access to the top 20 gainers today. It still updates 4 times a second. You can still sort by volume. You can still sort by float. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I fixed the float on my scanner. Last week, a lot of stocks both didn't have float data, and a lot of stocks had like bad float data. It would like pull shares outstanding a lot instead of float. So I fixed that. I'm using a new float source now. So now every stock on the list, every stock that hits the moving now has float, and it is like the actual float data of the stock. So that's a kind of like a big upgrade that came to the scanner a couple days ago. All right. Make sure you get signed up to the free scanner. If you're interested in accessing the full scanner, obviously, you can do that as well. It is past 10:30. We did have a fun day. A couple of big stocks. We had EFOI was the most fun to watch today. CRML continuing its grind up. OKLL continuing its grind up. Those are the two that I would continue watching if I was going to trade this afternoon, but I am not. I'm going to go play some golf. You guys have fun, stay green, have a good weekend, and we will be back live on Monday. Remember, we do these live streams Monday and Friday mornings, so I will be right back here on Monday. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, make sure you click that little bell icon so that you get notified when I go live. Yes, there will be a lot of that, Mark. A lot of being in the woods, too. All right, y'all. I'll see you back live in a couple of days. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I'm like, this pollen is killing